Hello, everybody. This is Dan DeFedericis from Saratoga Report, and I'm here with Tim Cole, candidate for public safety. And we're going to interview Tim. This is sponsored content paid for by friends of Tim Cole. We got a very important interview today. Tim wants to set the record straight on something. Before we get into that, I just want to briefly say, Tim, before you even were running, I've been a supporter of you. I'm thinking of this. I've got young kids. Safety is important to me here in Saratoga Springs, very important to me. And we have a retired FBI agent with 30 plus years of experience, incredible experience. But you're also, Tim, you're not some hard-nosed ex-cop. You're just a moderate guy. You've told me about a tragic situation in your family involving a homeless person, someone very close to you. You've got a heart. You moderate everything with that incredible experience. I'm so happy you're running for public safety commissioner, Tim.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Thank you for your support, and thank you for having me on the show today, or your program today.
Great. Now let's transition a little bit. This week, it was earlier this week, marked the 22nd anniversary of a horrible day that all of us remember way too well, the 9/11 terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. You and I have had a lot of conversations about public safety issues. We never went into an in-depth conversation about this. Can you share your feelings with me on that day and since then?
Yeah, certainly. Monday was a sad and emotional day for me. I come from a family of law enforcement, firefighters, union construction workers, and many paid the ultimate price, that day. We should never forget, their service to our country, and we should never forget that we were attacked on our own soil by terrorists.
The following day, on Tuesday, on the 12th, one of your opponents, Kristen Dart, held a press conference, and she accused you of some crazy things. She accused you of being part of a multiple entrapment schemes that led to the sentencing of quote, innocent Muslims during your FBI career. How do you respond to that?
Yes. Miss Dart accused me of putting, innocent Muslims in jail, and to bolster her claims, she mistakenly took a quote from a judge in the Southern District of New York and tried to apply it here to my case here in Albany. It was very, very inappropriate and alarming, to be frank.
You told me you wanted to set the record straight further on this. So you have some more things to say about this case and so forth?
Yes. I intend to run my campaign, with integrity and based on facts. I'm new to politics, and I'm going to correct the record when the record is wrong, because I think facts matter. Facts matter, for our democracy. So I do want to take the time to correct the record. I was the case agent on a local terrorism case involving two defendants, two co-conspirators, Yassin Aref and Mohammed Hussein. They were found guilty after trial unanimously by a jury. That conviction was upheld strongly affirmed by the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. And let me tell you, in contrast to what Ms. Dart said, what the judges said in my case. Judge McAvoy said the FBI had good and valid reason to target Yassin Aref. And Judge Homer, in the detention hearing, said Aref espouses terrorism and has ongoing relationships with key terrorists in the Middle East. So let me tell you why they said that briefly. The U.S. government found Aref's Albany telephone number and name in 3 terrorist facilities in Iraq in the Middle East. Not only that, Aref, in his own diary, memorialized meeting with high-level terrorists from Hamas and the Libyan Islamic Fighting Group. They are both designated terrorist organizations, as well as other terrorists like Khalid al-Harbi, who's a close associate of Osama bin Laden. And most importantly, after meeting these terrorists, he made a notation in his diary that he wanted to bring the explosions into the United States of America. I just want to be clear, the evidence in this case was overwhelming. The case went through our court system and was affirmed. And in contrast to Ms. Dart, I just talked about 5 judges: Judge McAvoy, Judge Homer, and the 3 federal judges on the Circuit Court of Appeals who affirmed this case in some shape or form. And the reason I want to correct the record, Dan, as you know, I was a Joint Terrorism Task Force supervisor in Albany, and this case was worked with detectives, investigators, agents, prosecutors from all over the capital region, and we worked hard to keep America safe. And I'm proud of the work. I'm proud of the accomplishment.
Good for you. And I got to say, and I didn't even plan on saying this, this popped into my head as you were talking. It's refreshing to have a candidate that doesn't dodge an issue, that doesn't deflect, that doesn't counterattack. You hit this head on and you're setting the record straight. That is incredibly refreshing, Tim. And I'm not trying to just bolster someone that I appreciate your advertising on here. It's just truly how I feel. It just popped into my head now. Like, this is really refreshing to hear this.
No, thank you, Dan, and I appreciate your support.
Okay, excellent, Tim. Thank you.